out to another episode of It's All Been Done Radio Hour. We complete our Christmas show this week with an episode of Daniel Kravitz's Chosen One. It's a mini musical, yay! So some great new original music from Kristin Green. Before you hear that though, got a few things we need to say. We need to thank Circle 270 Media, which this podcast is a part of. It's a bunch of podcasts here in Central Ohio. We also want to thank MadLab Theater, our wonderful host site. We have a show coming up there next week, October 13th, 5:30 p.m. It's a Halloween-themed show, and you won't hear it on the podcast until next October. If you want to hear it sooner, you can go to patreon.com/IABD and donate $10. That will give you access to our raw audio that's not on the podcast feed yet. You'll have an entire year here, basically, soon enough that you can listen to. The podcast people are going to have to wait quite a while before they get to hear for free. We also want to thank our parent network, It's All Been Done Presents, which has podcasts, written work, video series, and more. Marianne's Macabre Review has just returned for a second season. Marianne and guests discuss all things horror. It used to just be Marianne's Macabre Movie Review. Now it's expanded so she can talk TV, books, whatever's on her mind. I can't wait to hear some thoughts on the small screen programming that she's going to cover. If you want to hear more programming from the network, we'd really appreciate if you go to patreon.com/IABD. That would let us start paying some of these fine, talented people, as well as develop more content for you, which, of course, we'd love to do, especially with It's All Been Done Radio Hour, our flagship program. Now enjoy the show.
Our next feature is Daniel Kravitz's Chosen One. Daniel is an unhappy antique store owner who has been tasked with saving the world. Luckily, he has friends to help. Recently, Daniel's former mentor, Rufus, realized that the group he belongs to, the ULP, is up to no good, in part because they've assigned him to 4 separate Chosen One in hopes that he would be killed, and then outright tried to kill him. Tonight's episode, Rufus Carol. We begin in Kravitz Antiques on Christmas Eve, where the whole gang is decorating, which seems a little strange since the shop won't be open on Christmas Eve night or Christmas Day, and most places have already had their stuff up since Thanksgiving, but we won't spoil their fun, shall we?
Grezit, will you please hand me that tinsel?
Tinsel? What is tinsel, Abby Reynolds?
That little stringy, sparkly stuff.
I thought that was just a fancy garrote.
Sometimes I'm not so sure it's a good idea to have a murderous monster on the team, useful as he's been. Aren't the rest of you worried he might turn?
We trust Grezit a heck of a lot more than we trust you, Alex.
Now, Josh, I've told you all that I vouch for Alexis. He may have gone about things in, well, not the best of ways, but his intentions are above reproach.
Thank you, Rufus.
That being said, if you cannot say anything nice about the people in this room, Alexis, I advise you to keep your mouth shut.
Ha ha! He told you, Alex. You are not a feeble old man, Rufus Reginald Rochester.
Thank you, Grezit.
I wonder where Daniel is. He should have been back with the tree by now.
He did not seem so much in the holiday spirit when he left.
I know, I wish he hadn't gone alone.
Well, I'm sure that when he returns and see everything that we've done, he'll have no choice but to find his Christmas cheer.
Daniel won't show it, but he does enjoy having you all here. Except Alec. And he may grumble, but I know he secretly loves Christmas.
I'll take your word for it, Miss Reynolds.
God, I finally have Rufus calling me Abby instead of Miss Reynolds. And now I have to deal with you.
You do not have to deal with Alex, Abby Reynolds. I would be happy to tear him limb from limb and make pretty tree ornaments out of his internal organs. Then I could sprinkle his teeth on top of a nice iced cream cone. And drizzling it with his blood, I would be happy.
I wouldn't recommend doing anything so violent, Grezit. Remember, the elf on that shelf over there is watching you.
I forgot. I will behave.
Oh, look out the window at the town. Snow is falling. Lights are twinkling. Isn't it beautiful? It's Christmas time in our small town. There isn't a child still wearing a frown. They all wait for Santa to arrive. God, I wish that I was still 5.
I have been nice, not naughty at all. I even helped Abby to deck the halls. I hope I get gifts like everyone else. Do you hear me, you unsettling elf on the shelf. Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town.
This is the season that I am most sad, thinking of all the things that I've had and lost, like Regina, my misguided niece. She would have really loved this wreath.
Oh boy, I sure love cookies and eggnog, and even that fake little fiery log. A tiny bit of magic will liven up the space. I finally found a family in this place.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town.
I wish they'd include me in their festivities. Being an outsider is never a breeze. I've done my best to help the chosen one. Now I'd like to get some holiday fun.
Well, don't just stand there, give me a hand. I've got the biggest tree in the land. I swear I cut it down all by myself. No, I'm not lying, you stupid elf on the shelf.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time in our small town.
Hang the tinsel, trim the Yuletide tree. Christmas is the time for uninhibited glee.
Why in the hell are you all singing?
You sang too, Daniel Kravitz.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't want to, but you guys were like so...
I did not wish to sing either. This was definitely something odd. It's a very strange occurrence.
Odd is not the word I'd use. Nefarious is more like it.
Oh, stop. A little bit of singing isn't nefarious.
Do you know why we were just singing against our wills?
Well, no, but...
Even things that seem fun can be very dangerous, especially if they are done without one's consent.
Ha! Look who's talking about forcing people to do things.
I have only served my employers
Enough,
to the...
Alexis. We don't need to have this fight again. Better that we figure out what's going on so that we can deal with it.
Okay, so no one has any ideas about what might be causing this.
Maybe it's the Christmas spirit.
Oh no! I have battled the Christmas spirit. She is not nice at all, and she hates singing almost as much as I hate Alex.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of hate.
Yes, it is.
Well, how do we figure it out? I mean, is there a book that we look in? What?
I do not know if I have any books about forced singing.
I know, I do not.
Guys? What's that thing in the corner?
That's probably Pee-wee. God, you know what? I forget to put my weapon away.
No.
One time, and everybody's like...
The other corner. The blue glowy thing shaped like a man?
You mean the man who has been partially eaten by something and is huge with very, very sharp teeth?
Oh my!
Is that a ghost?
Ghosts in the traditional sense do not exist.
Alexis.
But if I were to have a hazard of a guess, yes, it appears to be a ghost. Christmas is a time for family and friends, love and joy, the fun never ends. Hold those close to you as tight as you can, and have goodwill towards your fellow man. When I was a boy, I'd anticipate but presents I'd get. The food on my plate was always the best, a real holiday, waiting for Santa to come in his sleigh. A jolly fat man, he always came through, from books to toys to a bicycle blue. We were not rich, but there was always a feast. Father would pass me a big slice of beef. Christmas is a time for family and friends. Good tidings to you do I warmly send. Hold those close to you as tight as you can, and have goodwill towards your fellow man. When I grew up, it got even better. One year I received the very best sweater, warm and comfy from a true friend, made for me by a chum from Britain. Pals move on, some of them die. That doesn't mean that you need to cry. Remember the good times along with the bad, and all of the fun that we did have. Christmas is a time for family and friends. If you've offended, please make amends. Hold those close to you as tight as can be. By the grace of my God, I forgive thee.
Wow.
See, who said ghosts had to be bad?
Rufus, Reginald, Rochester, are you crying?
No. Yes, Grezit, I'm crying.
Are you all right?
I will be fine.
Of course you will.
What is that supposed to mean, Alex?
Would you care to answer Miss Reynolds' question, Rufus, or shall I?
Look, it's Christmas. Let's just enjoy the holiday.
Well, Rufus, I wish I could just enjoy the holiday, but it seems to me there's some singing getting in the way of that right now. So, what do you know, Rufus?
Really, Daniel, it's nothing. Just...
What do you mean it's nothing? You knew that ghost.
Yes, I did, but I assure you, if he's the type of spirit about the shop this evening, then you have nothing to worry about.
I beg to differ. What did we say about things happening against one's will? Even if the spirit seems friendly, it doesn't mean we should let our guard down or cease trying to stop it.
Wow, do I agree with Alex right now?
Josh, I wouldn't agree with him so quickly if I were you.
Why not, Abby?
What the ghost said about making amends near the holidays, well, it kind of hit home to me.
Really?
Yes, maybe...
Is my bestest Abby Reynolds finally going to forgive my favorite Joshy Washy Boomonkins?
Well, it is Christmas.
Oh, don't go and get all sentimental. And I hate to say this as well, but I actually agree with Alex, too. We should figure out what's causing this and stop it.
Oh, do we have to, Daniel Kravitz? Oh, of course we do, Grezit.
Don't be stupid.
Well, maybe we should just ask that ghost there why she is here.
Another one? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I have a feeling this one will not be as friendly.
Well, she's kind of glaring at us pretty hard, and unless she's trying to sneak a gander at my old candy jingle bells down there, I would assume she's pretty mad at someone.
Well, she's not glaring at us, she's glaring at me.
On the streets of Macau, we have a saying: never trust anything from a male. I ignored that advice just once while slaying, and it didn't turn out so well. The holidays can't want Christmas carols, I would prefer soot. Santa's as reliable as any other man. I don't trust him as far as I can kick a can. No family around to decorate the tree. No tears from this girl, that's fine with me. No one in this world is worth your trust. They'll blow away at the tiniest gust. Silent night, deck the halls. Ba 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 humbug. That's my anthem. Eat my snowballs. Ba 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 humbug. I don't want I'm sorry's or apologies. They don't mean shit to a gal like me. Take your corncob pipe and shove it up your ass. Cut out cookies, no thanks, I'll pass. Give me the coal in my stocking, please. At least I can burn it to warm my knees. Rudolph's a slob and Frosty's a jerk. I'd rather just be a badass merc. Silent night, deck the halls. Ba 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 humbug. That's my anthem. Eat my snowballs. Ba 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 humbug. Ba humbug. Ba humbug. Rufus, you suck.
Oh no, are you finished? Ba 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 humbug. Ba 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 humbug. It was a very pleasing song. I'm sorry it offended you.
So, that ghost had some anger issues.
It's justified.
And that's coming from me. But, guys, she was kind of hot though, right?
You pig!
She got the old U-log going. What can I do?
She scared me. Rufus, now you have to tell us what's going on.
Yes, tell us, Rufus Reginald Rochester. If you do not, I will rip your hair out strand by strand. I will use it to make a collage of myself on your butt with super glue. And I will take a very mean Korean lady to wax it off again and then make it into a pile.
Okay, yes, I get the point, Grezit. I'm sorry. You're right, I owe you all an explanation.
It's about time.
Oh. Just because we're mad at Rufus doesn't mean you get to be snotty with him, Alex.
And why not?
Because he's our friend. And you're not. Okay, you see how that works?
No, I really don't.
What Daniel is saying is that we still care about Rufus, even when he's a jerk.
Thank you, Abby.
Don't thank me until you tell us what's happening. I might not be so nice after.
Well, the ghosts you're seeing are former chosen ones that I've worked with.
I knew it!
You knew it.
Well,
Really? You guessed that.
yeah. I mean, they knew Rufus and they weren't from around here, so they had to be people from his past, and, like when he lived in other countries as a mentor.
How many languages do you speak, Rufus Reginald Rochester?
Well, 6 or 7 on a good day.
Ha! I speak 17, and I just learned a new one last month. It's called Come On!
That isn't a real language.
It is so! Your face is not a real language! Sorry, Abby Reynolds. Did you hear my apology, Alf on the shelfie?
Stop the delaying. Out with it, Rufus. Tell them your shameful secrets.
Alex, what did I just say?
But it
All
means...
right. You see, before I came here, I worked with several other chosen ones.
3, right?
Shh, Josh, don't interrupt.
I won't, but I think he might, and I'm guessing he's your third ghost.
Yes. Yes, he is.
God works in ways that we cannot see. He lives on in the joy we bring to thee. Mysterious and powerful in all things, on the face of every child, in each bell's ring. The world is wondrous, large yet small. The same Holy Spirit flows through us all. We all must try to live the best life we can, making good works, lending others a hand. If we fail at the essential mission, there must always be an act of contrition, punishment to balance out our errors. It's the only way to avoid eternal despair. This time of year, take stock of all you've done. Add up the columns of the sadness and the fun. Calculate your consecrated score. Figure out how to atone for more and more. As the Lord says, an eye for an eye. If you kill someone, then you must die. Look deep in your soul. What do you owe? You cannot pay less to restore your soul. God works in ways that we cannot see. He lives on in the joy we bring to thee. But while he's merciful, he demands a price. Rufus, you must pay your bill by the stroke of midnight.
Rufus, what did he mean, pay your bill?
Oh, God. They're right. They're right.
Stop this at once, Rufus Reginald Rochester.
Do not speak to Rufus that way, Alex!
Well, someone has to. Can't you see the guilt he's weighed down with?
Of course I'm weighed down with guilt. Alexis, you've seen the files. You know better than anyone here. I'm responsible for the deaths of those 3 people that have visited us this evening.
So by paying that debt,
Rufus, you can't!
You heard the ghost. It's the only way. I'm not a particularly religious man, but the wrongs I've done, blood can only be repaid with blood.
I've seen those files, and yes, you made mistakes, but not to the extent you're implying.
Rufus, look at me. Look at what I did to you all. If you guys can forgive me, I know that we can forgive you.
Josh is right.
What I've done is a far worse thing than a temporary spell.
is it any worse than murdering scores upon scores of people? Because Grezit's done that like 50 times.
Yes, I did, and I do, and I am very proud of it. How is this relevant?
Look, I just...
Rufus, I have no desire to be replaced, but I've had ample opportunity to watch you. And while I may feel I am a better mentor to Daniel than you were, your performance is superior to most I've studied.
How can you say that? Those 3
would have died even quicker without you. They were what they were. None of them were Daniel Kravitz.
Whoa, now, careful though, Alex. You might be running a little fever there, because it sounded almost like you were trying to compliment me.
Well, your attitude is atrocious.
There he is.
But you have admirable qualities.
Rufus, if you're right about what the ULP is up to, we're going to need you to bring them down.
The ULP? Yes, that's who's behind this.
What? You cannot be serious.
Who else would try to destroy me like this? Remind me of my greatest failures.
Regina, for one. Sheila, if we hadn't killed her. And we're sure she's dead, right? Mm-hmm. And you haven't called Non back, so just how many other women have you wronged?
Daniel, stop it.
What? I'm just saying.
The ULP would never do this.
Oh, wouldn't they? They've been trying to get me out of the way.
Now, we don't know that for sure.
Oh, really? After everything I've shown you this past month?
Well, I admit there is some disorder in the organization, but to try to get one of its own to kill oneself? Well, that seems extreme.
So, where did we land? Is Rufus going
No, I have much to be ashamed of, but I have done my best, and my work is not complete. Not until I restore the ULP to its former glory.
Okay. What do we do about the ghosts? And what about the midnight deadline?
I can help with that. I will catch them in this not scary to me anymore hand vacuum. Then I will freeze their gaseous forms into solid matter that I will crush with my beloved Mr. Smashy to make ice chips. I will keep them in the freezer until Abby Reynolds gets pregnated. Then I will bring her the ice chips when she goes into labor to help the
Grezit,
baby.
no one is getting pregnant, least of all me.
Oh, Abby, someone has to be willing to deck those halls first. Well, on another note, if we can't fight them physically, what's the point? What do we do?
Josh, do you have any ideas?
Me?
Well, you're the one with the most magical experience.
Well, this is just a theory, but all three ghosts mentioned, atonement, apologies, to make amends, that sort of thing. So maybe if you sing a song about how you've learned your lessons?
Seriously, Josh?
Well, it's worth a try. Now we just need the... Oh, right. The music starts on its own. Oh, all right.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town.
Oh, it's working! There they are!
Rufus has learned his lesson quite well. He knows what he did, there's no more to tell. Open up your hearts, let forgiveness in. To our holiday, well, that's the perfect end.
I helped a lot, oh yes I did. You cannot say that I ran and hid. You have to see how nice I can be. Off on the shelf, that is a very good mark for me.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town.
I don't know why I even have a verse. I have done nothing to make up for it. I'm not cursed. Isn't this all Rufus's deal? Seriously, move on to him. He's the one that needs to heal.
We're here to support our very dear friend. We'll stand by him until the very end. He may have made mistakes in the past, but now he is different. We need him to last.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town.
I succeed my time to Rufus, please. Take it away, the ghosts be appeased.
I've learned a lot tonight, it's true. I wish that I could have done better for you. Chandler, Miu, and Matt, rest in peace. I'll do my best for you, the deceased, by taking down the ULP. Yeah! Fixing the system, that's my guarantee.
Christmas comes but once a year. Instead of fighting monsters, we have holiday cheer. String the lights and gather around. It's Christmas time in our small town. Christmas comes but once a year. Goodbye, you ghosts, time for holiday cheer. The ULP doesn't know what they're facing. A group united with love we're embracing. A group united with love we're embracing. A group united with love we're embracing.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
I forgive you, Rufus Reginald Rochester.
Thank you, Matt.
I don't. Let's get him.
You must pay, Rufus Reginald Rochester!
Whoa. Or, I could just go ahead and blast him out of existence.
That works too.
Well, that ends our Christmas story for Daniel Kravitz. More than halfway through Volume 2, it seems that the big bad is clear. Can our hero stand up to an entire group of nearly unlimited resources and vast experience? Or will this be the end of Daniel Kravitz's Chosen One? Come back to find out.
It's All Been Done Radio Hour, number 145. Daniel Kravitz Chosen One, number 21. A Rufus Carol. Starred Nathan Haley as Daniel Kravitz, Wendy Parks as Abby Reynolds, Ryan Yohe as Grezit the Green, Shane Stefanchik as Rufus Reginald Rochester, Joe Morales as Alexis Augustus Armentrout, Seamus Talty as Josh Wallace, Virgil von Hartzel as Matt, Kristin Green as Miu, and Dallas Ray as Chandler. The episode was written by Jerome Wetzel. The music was composed by Kristin Green, who also performed it. Chase McCants was the director, and our normal theme song was composed by Nathan Haley. As always, the episode was narrated by Chris Allen with Foley artist Seamus Talty. Our technical director is Shane Stefanchik. Our music director is Kristin Green. Our vocal coach is Karen Perta. Nick Arkenbright is a story consultant. Script editing is done by Keith Jackson and Shannon Marie Watts, and the podcast is edited by Chris Allen. Please check out our website, itsallbeendoneradiohour.com, and in the spirit of the holiday, we'd really appreciate if you'd support us at patreon.com/IABD. Give us more than a couple dollars, and we'll support you back with some great little holiday gifts. Not really holiday, they're just regular gifts, but you can pretend they're for the holiday. I'll even wait till Christmas to send them to you if you like. Just let us know. Now enjoy your week.
Wow. Just...
Rufus Reginald Rochester, are you crying?
He doesn't know what they're facing. A group united with love we're embracing.
Okay.
That's what that was. I'm sorry, I thought you meant the very last when we...
Oh, no, that part we were
Yeah,
good on
you
that.
guys, I was like, I think they all were in agreement there. I thought that was the one that
was good.
people would forget.
For my last line, did I come in on time?
Yes, you did. That was really good.
It's All Been Done presents.
Who's got the time?